Welcome back to Block by Block, the DigiDonate podcast. So today we're diving into the great blockchain paradox. Is crypto truly decentralized, or are there invisible puppet masters pulling the strings? And joining me as always, the man who probably still mines Bitcoin on his laptop from 2011, Tim Jarvis.
Hey, that's offensive. It was a 2013 laptop and, well, yeah, it's a caught fire. Moving on.
Truly decentralized.
Well, as decentralized as my Wi-Fi when my neighbor steals it.
Exactly. So let's break it down. Who's actually running the show in crypto, and is decentralization just marketing hype or a real possibility? Tim, let's start with the basics. When people hear decentralized, they think no central authority, no single point of control. What is that actually? Is that actually the case?
Well, technically, yes. But, technically, even the best golfers still hit a few balls into the water. Decentralization has its hazards too.
So you're saying it's an illusion?
Well, I'm saying decentralizing sounds great until you realize that a handful of people, founders, early investors, and protocol developers, hold the real power. It's like high school all over again. The cool kids make the rule.
Oh, okay. So just like the rest of us following along, hoping to get a seat at the lunch table. Well, let's talk about the so-called backbone of decentralization, miners and validators. They secure the network, validate transactions, and keep things running. But do they actually hold power, or are they just glorified button pushers?
Oh, they have power. Imagine if every road in the city was controlled by a group of toll booth operators. You can drive wherever you want, but you have to pay the gatekeepers. That's what the miners and validators do. They process transactions and they decide which ones go first.
So basically they're like blockchain VIP bouncers.
Yeah, exactly. But if you don't tip in gas fee, they're waiting outside all night.
Okay. Speaking of power, let's talk about governance. Some blockchains are run by DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. Sounds democratic, right?
It does, but in reality, it's like saying my cat and I both have equal say in what's for dinner. Technically we do, but guess who ends up eating dry kibble every night?
So governance tokens don't really make it fair.
Not when the top 1% of holders control the majority of vote. A lot of decentralized projects end up looking a lot like traditional corporations, just with more Discord servers involved.
So let's be real, how much decentralization is just the performance?
Well, I'd say a solid 80%. Look at projects that brag about being decentralized, but when something goes wrong, a small group makes emergency decisions. It's decentralization until it's inconvenient.
So it's like a reality show. They say it's unscripted, but we all know the producers are pulling the strings.
Exactly. Crypto's version of The Bachelor.
Here's a big one. Governments and regulators, can they really control blockchain, or is code truly law?
I love that the code is law idea, but let's be honest, when governments want control, they get control. They can shut down exchanges, they can blacklist wallets, pressure developers. They don't really need to kill crypto, they just need to make it impossible for regular people to use it.
Okay, so decentralization might not be legal, but it could be impractical.
Exactly. If a tree falls in a decentralized forest but no one can legally buy or sell it, does it even matter?
All right. Well, let's wrap it up on a hopeful note. Can we ever achieve real decentralization, or is it just that never-ending tech fantasy?
It's possible, but it requires real effort, better governance models, wider token distribution, and actual commitment to decentralized ideals, I should say. Right now we have baby steps, but we're still far from utopia.
So it's like saying we could all live in a self-sustaining community, but someone still needs to do the dishes.
Yes. And no one ever wants to do the dishes.
Well, there you have it, the illusion of decentralization exposed. If you thought crypto was purely democratic, think again. Tim, any last words before the blockchain overlords take us offline?
Yeah, if I suddenly stop answering my phone after this episode, just know it wasn't my idea.
Truly noted. All right, everyone, before you go, make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Who do you think really controls blockchain? And while you're at it, take a guess. Next week, we're diving into something even more controversial. It's everywhere, but no one can seem to agree how it should work. What do you think we're talking about?
If it involves conspiracy theories and Twitter arguments, I'm guessing we're covering crypto taxes.
Maybe, maybe not. You'll have to tune in to find out. See you next time.